You sure you want to go ahead with this?
Why not? Let's give it a go.
Go on in.
Well, look, this is what I've written. We are writing to respectfully ask if there may be any possibility of relaying the contents of this email to Sir Tom Jones. May I take this opportunity to thank you, your colleagues, and of course Sir Tom, for your valuable time in consideration of the above. Yours faithfully, Roger Mealey and Patrick Costello.
Done.
So send it, yeah?
Send it, go on, have a go. My name is Roger James Mealey. I'm 76 and I'm married. I have 3 children and grandchildren. I love going on holidays to places of real interest. My wife is very involved in voluntary work and I get involved with some of her things she gets up to.
My name is Patrick Costello. I'm 76 years old. I work for an estate agent and I take clients out and show them houses and flats and try and convince them to buy them. And most of the time they don't, but sometimes they do. And it's a nice place where I work.
I've been in the music business quite a lot of years. There's been gaps, of course, in between, but I always return to it and love it very much. And any opportunity I'll get to make a record or go on stage, I take it.
My real love is music, and I just love record. I've got my own recording studio, not one of the giant ones which I thought I might get. This is just, I've got it in my garden shed actually.
And together we are Mealey and Costello.
We never had any major success, but between us we released over 30 records and 3 LPs.
But perhaps the biggest success we never had was with a song that never got released.
Well, this is the first one. This is what started all the ball rolling. The Home Is Anywhere, and there it is on Parlophone, the same label as the Beatles at the same time.
We made a demo with what we're a little scratch band, we called it the Band of Rabble. Then we went out down Denmark Street and round record companies.
Which was like Tim Panelli used to call it, didn't they?
And it was hard because everywhere was the secretaries taking it. We'll let you know. We never got anywhere, just going, well, thank you very much, leave your stuff.
Very nice meeting, you don't come back.
Until one afternoon, we was up, I don't know if we finished up in Curzon Street, but we saw Radio London Pirate was their headquarters. And this tall bloke came down, Texas bloke, and he obviously played it and he said, I like this song. About 2 or 3 weeks later, at Pat's house, he got the phone call. Your mum did, didn't she?
That's right, yeah.
He said there's somebody been on. And he said, you're going out near my release and all that. We was over the moon.
On Parlophone.
Yeah, Parlophone.
Yeah.
So they kept, all what they said, they kept their word.
And done it. Fantastic, wasn't it? Well, this is our second release. It's called It's a Lie by the Stormsville Shakers. It was in the
Danger Man series.
The Danger Man series, that's right, yeah. With Patrick McGowan. And here it is.
2, teapot and necessary standing by. 3, feet up, cigarettes handy. I'll tell you the brand later. 4, check that hubby has in fact left. You never know, he might still be asleep behind that morning newspaper. All ready? Let's go with It's a Lie, the Stormsville Shakers.
Similar sort of thing. He told us that he's gone out to EMI again with a band called the Stormsville Shakers. But again, he phoned your mum.
Yeah.
Phoned it and said that, tell him it's on, going to be on television. So that was 2, he didn't. Again on Parlophone. Made us think we did the right thing to write these songs rather than just a whim and could we do it? We realised we could, didn't we?
It was a very strange situation because on one hand we had this developing a creative talent, and on the other hand it was being taken away every morning, having to go to some of these rotten jobs.
Although a little bit of money was starting to trickle in, but only a little bit of money, but nothing you could do anything with. It was just
so we had to do these.
Just keep going back to work.
Any kind of work we could get hold of. It was sort of anticlimactical in a way, everything, because every time we'd done anything, we had to go and find the money to do the next recording. Sorry, let go. God's sake, I want to control you. Well, we haven't heard back from the email we sent Tom Jones's management, and I think I'm going to give him a ring because we've been waiting a little while now, so I'm going to give him a ring.
Hi, you're through to Valley Music. Sorry no one can take your call at the moment, but if you leave us a message, we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Well, we waited long enough. To wait a bit longer won't matter too much, so we'll try again. This is an original demo of Nevada, which never got released, and it should have been released. There you go. Well, I went round to Roger's one evening. I had this idea for a song, and all I'd written on a scrappy bit of paper was, I watched the sun go down.
So I said to him, where? Skegness, Bangkok, New York, and then with you or I don't know, Nevada. And once we had it, and the first bit of music started, all the lyrics and the music seemed to do it themselves. Madness.
I wrote it in no time at all.
We met up with Alan Caddy, who was a very good arranger, and he said, that's a very good song. He said, I'll score this for you, and we'll record it with the orchestra. He said, all we've got to do is, if you can rake up some money for pay for the studio time, the musicians, he quoted, I think was about £150. Where at the time, £150 was quite a lot of money. So we said, yeah, because we had a chance to do it with a big orchestra and the top arranger and everything in the lovely studio. And there we were down at Pie Number 1. Then we were off then to try and place it. And it was Alan who said to us, give it to Tom Jones. As if we knew Tom Jones. Well, there it was, Pie Number 1 Studios.
But what's happened to it? It's like as if it never existed.
Such a shame.
It's completely vaporised, gone forever. What a shame. My memory of coming down this street was I was full of excitement and wondering what was going to happen, because I'd never ever been like an orchestral session before, so I was really excited.
It was just a magical day. Everything seemed to go right. They only had 2 takes and we'd done the whole thing.
The whole thing finished. Great, wasn't it?
Which is pretty quick.
But once the orchestra started up, it was like unbelievable. It was magical. That's all I can say about it. Wonderful day.
This runabout went on for a long while, and in the end, Pat and I just shoved it in the drawer and forgot all about it. And that's roughly the end of Nevada until now.
I was going through some stuff and I just come across a demo of Nevada, and I thought, well, I better give Roger a ring and tell him that I found it, because I think he'd be pleased to know that I had it. So I phoned him and I said, what actually happened to the master tape?
The masters, the only one that was in my possession, and I'd forgotten all about it, was Nevada.
And there it is. It's amazing to see it there, because Roger didn't even know he found it at the back of a cupboard. I sort of thought back, and I remembered what Alan Caddy said to me about the song when we were in the studio. He said, this song is definitely a song for Tom Jones. And that's always stuck with me and Roger all the way through.
I felt so strongly about Nevada. I would say to Roger, well, why don't you do something with it now? Why have you just left it? And he said, well, I'm not even sure I really know where it is anymore. And it just seems such a waste, because knowing how it makes me feel, I think that if it was released, or had been released, that people would have loved it. It just seems a total waste of a great, great sound.
We sent the sound files off to an old friend of ours, David Wall, followed up with a visit to get the final mix on Nevada completed.
When I first heard the original tracks of Nevada, I was completely blown away, because the recording was done such a long time ago and yet the quality was first class. The song is something else again. So when we put these two things together, I really felt that this song Nevada was worth spending as much time as we needed to spend on it to get it right. As soon as you hear it, you just know that it's a hit. It should have been a hit. Well, here it is, guys. We've done a lot of work on this, and I think this is probably the best that we're ever going to get it, and it's really, really good.
Well, thanks a lot, Dave. There's only one place for it to go now, and it's really wonderful to have it all finished like this. Thank you.
And I think we ought to take you up there now, rather than wait a few days. Let's go straight there
You
to
go up
Tom
there
Jones
now?
Management. Yeah, just drive all
It's
the
a
way.
bit of a way.
So what?
Okay,
We
then.
wait long enough anyway.
Yeah, it won't make much difference, will it? That's great. All right, then.
I watch the sun go down from Nevada sky. If tears could bring you back, then tears I would cry. Your love's a shadow now, locked in my memory. And only in dreams each night do you come back to me. Nevada, where I first met you, when love was a melody for two. To be, for without your love, Nevada's nothing to me. Every step I seem to take in this land, there's reflections of the things we used to do. So wherever you are tonight, my love, my heart goes out to you. Nevada, where I first met you, when love was a melody for two. So until once more, Nevada can never be as before.
I've tried phoning, I sent an email, I even got a copy of Nevada to Tom Jones's management, and still nothing. It seems in 50 years nothing's changed, but we'll still keep trying because I've a lot of faith, both Roger and I, in Nevada, and if nothing happens there, I'm sure something will happen with it.
And we'll follow our dreams. We might be top of the bill at the Albert Hall, or it might be recorded by somebody else.
Or Las Vegas, you never know.
It makes it into a smash hit. But whatever happens, we just keep on going. No different.
They knock us down, but we get up again. They can't knock us out. That's what it's all about.
Kiss me once, kiss me twice, kiss me 3 times paradise. Charleston girl, 1922.
Is that all right?
She can dance, she can sing, she can do most anything. Charleston girl, 1922. Oh, she dances so divinely, oh, she looks just like a queen. And when we're together, boy, we're ready Yeah, really, set that scene really sweet. So is honey, I know where I put my money on the Charleston girl of 1922.